Ah, what's this? Welcome to DedSec. Here is your DedSec phone. Use responsibly. Cool. There goes the water pipes. Let's make this car skid. How about this plane? You've used your DedSec phone irresponsibly. We will disconnect it after this call. That was just a normal phone.
Welcome to Slash.Dash. My name's Jack and this is our Watch Dogs 2 review. So I'll start off by saying that this game is better than the original, and I think a lot of people were hoping that that would be the case. I actually enjoyed the original game, but I did find that it was a little bit lacking in certain departments. The first game was very repetitive. It actually reminded me a lot of the original Assassin's Creed, which was also done by Ubisoft. You found that you were repeating segments and a lot of the missions were similar, and it just dragged on a little bit. But there was a solid foundation there, and obviously with Assassin's Creed 2, they improved upon the first one immensely, and they've done the same thing here with Watch Dogs 2. Like the first game, the stealth gameplay is actually really, really good. That was one thing that I loved about the original game, was the way that you could go into these different missions and you could take it on in different ways. There was different ways to set up and different ways to, you could ride the cameras to scout all the enemies in the location, and you could find different pathways to complete these missions. And obviously that's here again in this game. The level designs are brilliant.
Come on, she's looking straight at me.
There's something over there.
Jesus. Is this the stairwell? I think it is. Yes. Alright, this is what I like about this new game. You can do all this
Nice. Throwing up the horns and punctuating them.
reboot in a minute. Oh my god, you gotta be quick. Like this. Alright, that's in. And then what we need to do... Oh, we got it. Hey! There we go.
There's so many different ways to take on levels, different ways to approach the mission, and different ways to get there to the end objective. I think one thing that this game really, really does much better than the original is it has likeable characters. It's amazing what likeable characters do for a franchise. The first game we played as Aiden, and he was a bit serious, and his whole story was very serious about him avenging the death of his family and all this business. Whereas here, you're playing as a hacker group, part of DedSec. You play as Marcus, the lead character, who's just got such a sense of fun about him. And they really nail the geek culture that would come with a group like this. There's a lot of banter between the guys in the group, between Marcus and Sitara and Josh and Wrench. A lot of back and forth about pop culture, about films and TV series. It's like what a lot of us people do day to day with our friends. This is something that the writers clearly got right from the beginning. There's just so much great interaction between the characters, and that it just shows that it's good writing. The cast deliver these lines flawlessly. You really believe the guys when they're interacting with each other and poking fun at each other and quizzing each other on movie trivia and stuff like that. You really, really feel that the cast know what they're doing, and it's great voice acting. The second benefit I found was the location moving to San Francisco. The first game was in Chicago, and it was very dreary and very dull. The first game was a little dull. We have to say that it was a little dull. Like I say, I did enjoy it for the missions, but the story was just a little bleh. Whereas here, you know, you're in San Francisco, it's sunny and it's vibrant and there's colours everywhere and people, you know, the NPCs are doing stuff and you can interact with the NPCs in this one, which is, you know, a little additional thing to the game that just brings a level of reality to it. So you've got a new arsenal of gadgets in this game, and you are given a remote-controlled car, and you are given a remote-controlled helicopter type thing. And these are great because you can use the helicopter to go up above all the buildings and go all the way around, and you can upgrade this so you can see through walls and pinpoint enemies within the buildings. The RC Jumper is great for going and infiltrating into buildings, and it can actually physically interact with certain elements that you have to go to, like junction boxes and stuff like that. But there are occasions where, or mostly nearly every mission actually, you do have to physically go in there as Marcus to do a physical hack on a computer. But you can do all the groundwork with these little devices beforehand, which is great in one way because if they get spotted, the helicopter or the RC Jumper thing, they just get blown up. It does put the guards on alert, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you've been spotted straight away. So it's kind of like a fail-safe way of scouting the location first and then going in with Marcus. I really enjoyed the mission variety in the game as well. That's not to say that the missions themselves were particularly different, but what I liked was the stories behind each one. It wasn't so much as just go here, hack this, go there, kill this person. You had these different stories. So one of them is you have to hack a rapper's new album and then play it to a millionaire that's offering all this money so that he can have exclusive rights to the album, which is obviously based in the real life thing with Wu-Tang Clan, and I forget the guy's name, the millionaire that bought the album off Wu-Tang Clan just for himself. That's clearly inspired by that. But yeah, this mission's different in that way because you're still hacking something, but it's a different story behind it. It's not as serious as such. Even the soundtrack is better than the first one. I found that there was only a couple of songs that I liked on the first game, whereas in this one, as I was song sneaking or whatever it's called, where you pick up songs, I was adding them to my playlist. You got Bob Marley, you've got Plaid, who I love. I was surprised to see them in there. Lots of different electronic acts in there that are really good to listen to. A couple of cons that I found in the game was I didn't really like the lead villain. He was okay, but he didn't really, I don't know, he didn't feel threatening enough to me. He just seemed like a bit of a jackass, a bit of a dick. And the final mission kind of peters out, I found. I won't spoil it here, but yeah, it sort of, you don't really face the villain. You do something that gets him in trouble, and yeah, that was kind of a weak point I found for the game. Another thing that I didn't like about the game was when you drive to a mission, say on a motorbike, I really enjoyed driving around on the motorbikes. And whilst I remember the driving is a lot more improved in this game as well. It was a little bit like moving a tank around in the first one. It's a little bit floaty in the second game, but it's better. But anyway, yeah, when you drive to a mission, say on a motorbike, and you would play the cutscene, and then when the cutscene had finished, your motorbike would be missing. I hate it when games do this. Why does it do that? Why can't we keep the motorbike where I parked it up? I'm sure that's what happened in Grand Theft Auto, so why can't we do it here? Because it means you've got to go steal another vehicle, and obviously that can lead you to getting into trouble with the police, or you've got to buy one from the app in the game. So overall, I'm going to give Watch Dogs 2 a 7 out of 10. It's an improvement on the first game. It's certainly a lot more enjoyable to play. I think it took me just shy of 20 hours to complete, and it never felt like a chore. I didn't do a lot of the side missions yet. I was just blasting through trying to get the main quests done so that I could do this review. But the side missions that I have done, and you do have to do some to get your followers. That's another thing in the game, is that you're gaining followers for DedSec. And as you gain followers, you unlock research points, and it just makes it an easy game for you. But there are points where you've got to get your followers up so that you can unlock a main mission. So you do have to do some side missions, and they're pretty cool. They're not like lightweight missions as such. They do have like little stories to them, just outside of the main quest. So they're pretty cool. But yeah, it took me just shy of 20 hours, I think, and that was with doing a lot of the fast traveling as well. But it never felt like a chore. I really enjoyed the game. I think I'm saying 7 out of 10 because it didn't blow me away, but it was good and it's worth a purchase. I would really recommend it if you've got a spare 30 to 40 quid, however much the game's going for now, or $50 to $60. I'd recommend getting it if you like open world games. If you like the first one but felt it could have been improved, then Watch Dogs 2's great. Go out and buy it. So that was my Watch Dogs 2 review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have differing opinions or if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. I'm Jack from Slash. and we will see you again very soon.